Hello. Hello. Internet. Hello. There are 9 people here. 9 people. Can say hello so I know that I'm not here alone. Maybe. Hi. Hello. Bonjour. Konnichiwa. Aha! Hello! First person to say hello. Silly Simmer64. Can you hear me all right? Hello. Sorry if I'm still chewing. I was just eating tea, which is British for dinner in some parts of the country. But yes, as you probably know, there's not a video tomorrow. Hello, everyone. Probably should wait. I'll reiterate this in a minute. There's not a video tomorrow because my editing software wasn't letting me exporting it, and it got too late in the day. I didn't want to rush putting the video out. I'd rather wait and have a better video out. So that's why I'm doing this today. So I hope you don't mind. And if my teeth are green, it's because I was eating pesto. That's why I'm trying not to show my teeth too much. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? There's a lot of people. There's 18 people. If 18 people were staring at me in a room, I would be very stressed. I'm not too stressed. I'm a little bit stressed. Help the snake. Hello. Feeling better? When was I not feeling better? I need a specific instance. Hello, Spinning Ninja 2. I know who you are. I'm going to call you out. Yes, I do speak French. I studied French at secondary school, and then my degree was physics for European language. I then spent 3rd year of uni in Lausanne, which is in the French-speaking part of Switzerland. So yes, my French is a bit rusty because I haven't used it in a year or two, but yeah, I do speak a little bit of French. I don't want to do it now though because everyone's watching me and I haven't practiced in a while. Oh, a couple of weeks ago when I was visiting family. Was that in the horrible week? I had a week where every day something went wrong, and they weren't like massive things, but it just kind of wore me down because it was just one thing after another and they wouldn't stop. That's probably when I said that I was feeling down. My memory tends to not be, but thing is, if I'm feeling sad and I'm no longer feeling sad, then I tend not to think about it anymore because then I'd be sad again. But yes, thank you for the concern, Sue. I am feeling better. What's the best kind of cake? Well, I don't think there's necessarily a best kind of cake. My favorite type of cake is a carrot cake. And in fact, I had one the other week because I went back home and my mum made me a carrot cake, which was really nice. But if you have alternative answers to that question, then feel free to put them in the chat and we can see which is the most popular cake, maybe. I know everyone who's come on my channel, because I always ask that question when people come on my channel, always gives a different answer. I don't think I've had the same answer twice yet. But to be fair, I haven't had that many guests. I like most cakes though, to be fair. Other good cakes are lemon drizzle cake. Yes, chocolate cake, as Vivian says. Hello, Amir. Again. I spoke to Amir the other day. That's why I said that. That wasn't contempt. Chocolate cake. Red velvet cake is kind of chocolate cake. Pretty sure it's got cocoa powder. Lemon or cheesecake. I made the tres leche. I don't speak Spanish. Free milk cake before, but it didn't go very well. It was very dense. It's probably quite supposed to be dense, but it was supposed to absorb all the liquid that you put on top of it, and mine didn't. So I just had this like puddle on top of the cake. It was still nice. It just wasn't as intentioned. Is there an alternative dessert or pastry that you like instead of cake, Jake Quasar? If I pronounced anything wrong, my bad. I don't know how to pronounce some things, unfortunately. Sorry if I'm being very awkward. Since lockdown, I haven't been talking to many people because I'm alone in a flat. Oh, thanks, Sammy. That's my intent. Yes, I intend to make people smile with my videos. And also to inform people and to, make people happy. Make people happy is probably the main motivation. So it's nice to hear that they do make you smile. Donuts are pretty good. When I went into work the other day, because I actually went into the office earlier in the week for the first time in months, which was weird, and someone in the office gave me a donut. It was one of those Krispy Kreme ring glazed donuts, which are quite nice. I think I tend to prefer a jam donut though, because there's more going on in the jam donut. I realize I talk about food too much, don't I? Someone asked me a question which isn't about food, because I talk about food all the time, and it probably just makes everyone really hungry, which is not what we want. Unless you want to be hungry, in which case, ask more questions about food. Yes, for those of you who weren't here at the start, I'm not doing video tomorrow because my editing software was mean and it didn't let me. It wasn't exporting the video, and it got to the point where I would have had to rush it and spend all afternoon and evening putting it out, and I'd rather wait and put a video out next week instead. So as an alternative, we have this live stream with my terrible webcam. So that's an explanation if anyone wanted one. There are now 26 people. We've nearly got like a whole classroom full of people watching me. But yes, does anyone have any more questions so you can stop my rambling and make it more focused? Hello. Svam. Hello, Caitlin. I don't know what to say at the moment, so I'm just going to say hello to people until someone asks me a question and saves me from this torture. No, it's not torture, really. I'm just nervous, and I want to make this worthwhile. Sivam. Okay. Or Sivam. What part of England am I in? Currently, I'm not in England at all. I'm in Scotland. I live in Edinburgh. But I'm from the East Midlands, which is in the east mid part of England. So, Anika, got a question. What does romantic attraction feel like? My romantic attraction is quite like intertwined with my sensual attraction. So when I'm romantically attracted to someone, I might want to hug them or hold their hand or kiss them or something like that. But I guess it's just romantic attraction. The official definition is like having a desire to do romantic things or be in a romantic relationship with someone, and romance is very subjective. But I guess it's kind of excitement to be around someone and to do those romantic things with them. But yeah, it's very difficult to explain, and I hate to be one of those people who's like, oh, you know, when you feel it, but that's how I feel about it. Hope that helps a little bit. I can always talk about it a bit more later. Talents 55. What is my romantic orientation? I am homo-romantic. My boyfriend is watching at the moment. I'm attracted to men. Romantically. Sivan, garlic bread or cake? Choose only one. Okay, so I really like garlic. I have a whole cookbook, but it's not really it's just a book about garlic. So I wouldn't be able to give up garlic. If it was garlic versus cake, I'd probably say garlic, because I use garlic in my cooking pretty much every day. And I literally just ate some garlic bread about 5 minutes ago. Not 5 minutes, 15. There we go. But if I had to choose between just garlic bread or cake, I'd probably do cake, because cake's a more broad category. So I feel like one day I might feel like a cheesecake or a chocolate cake or whatever. Whereas I'd have to be in a garlic bread on its own. I don't know. I feel like garlic bread's something I could live without, even though I do really like it. Garlic cake. Is it going to be sweet? Because I'm conflicted. I do like putting garlic in pretty much everything, but that might be where I draw the line. Jake Quasar. Please tell me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm going by like Rayquaza. I normally say Rayquaza though. Jake Quasar. I don't know. Pokemon. Is it as hot in Scotland as it is in England right now? It's been 35 degrees recently. Yes, I've heard it was really hot. I think the max it's got is to about 22, 23. So it's a lot nicer up here than it is in England. And I'm very glad to be up here, because I don't like hot weather. Talents 35. Have you had any experiences with overt aphobia? Not directed at me specifically. Like I've had people before I came out kind of before I came out, they were just spouting off the general misconceptions about asexuality, like, oh, so you don't want sex with people? That's weird, kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah, since coming out and being open about it, I don't think I've had any aphobia directed at me. But I have seen it in like people online. But yeah. That's a lie. I have had someone aphobic to me. I just realized. But I'm not going to talk about that. Information, or Mia, as he is more commonly known. Do you play any instruments? Yes, I play piano. I used to play piano. I have my piano in my flat, but I don't touch it very often, unfortunately. I need to get back into it. And I did briefly play guitar as well, but I didn't get very far with it because the teacher wasn't very strict. So one lesson I just ended up watching Indiana Jones. It was like he came to my house and gave me lessons in my house. But yes, I really do need to get back into playing piano at some point. Choose Scarlet, choose Scarlet Cake. Okay, so Quasar. See, I still say Rayquaza, but I'll say Jake Quasar. What is AceCon like? So, I can give you a inside scoop because I'm helping Avon with like the organizational side of it. So basically, it's a load of. Well, last year when I went, it was you had panels where people would there'll be a panel on a specific topic, so like queer aces, so maybe people like homoromantic ace or biromantic ace or something like that, or trans ace, where they intersected with the LGBT plus like umbrella in another way other than asexual or aromantic. And then they would talk about their experience, and then the audience could ask questions to them. So it was kind of a Q&A thing for the most part. There were some people giving presentations as well, and then in between sessions there was people talking, like you could just socialize with everyone else. Obviously this year it's going to be online, so that's going to be a bit different. There will still be plans at the moment. There'll still be the panels, people talking, giving like presentations. I know there's a big push on ace representation in fiction this time around. But yeah, then other topics like queer aces or aces in disability or neurodiversity and neurodiverse aces. And then, yes, there will be like the plan is that there'll be some like social element as well between the sessions, but that hasn't been like fully decided upon yet. So there will be more news in the future, and I will keep you updated. But it's online, and so you might as well come along if you're free at that time and you're interested. Hello, Alex. I see you. Got at least 2 other YouTubers in my chat. Terrifying. It's especially funny since Amir, Alex, and I did a video together. So, which you should watch. I believe you put that on. I did that to Amir too when he came on, Alex. Because it just seems weird addressing someone you know without their name. That's true. But yes, I ran through the questions too fast. Dragon or axolotl? Can you combine the two and make like a dragsolotl? Axolotls are really cool because they walk along the bottom of the water and then they look funky. But dragons in and of themselves are cooler, but axolotls exist for certain. So that gives them a step up over. If dragons existed, then dragons would be cooler. But axolotls actually exist, and I can see them. And I can only see dragons in games and films and my dreams. There are 2 doors in the background. There's a door to the rest of the flat, and then this door is just a cupboard. There was another question that I missed. Sivam, do you ever feel platonic love? In the sense that I appreciate my friends, and I like have a strong friendship with some people, but I don't think I'll go so far as to call it love. Obviously, people can platonically love people, but I think when I get to that point in a relationship, it tends to be romantic, just because that's how I work. And I'm also violently monogamous. So if I love one person, then I can't love someone else. But I suppose, now I have a spoon. You may call me Cadabra. What was I going to say? I suppose I have platonic love for my family. Does that count? Like, I love my mum. So yes, in that sense, yes, but not to like in the sense of a QPR or anything. Narnia. Yes, I have Narnia in my flat. It's why the rent is so expensive. Something beeped. I don't know. I've never heard that beep before. Suspicious. Did anyone else hear a beep? Do you have it? I might be going insane currently. Do you ever still have self-doubt in regards to whether you're asexual? Yes, I do. In fact, I released a video a few weeks ago about that very thing, because I am confused whether I'm asexual or just ace. If my face has suddenly gone really bright, it's because I'm looking for a link, which I'm going to post in the chat to that video. So yeah, in that video, I talked about me kind of questioning my asexuality. And that's still an ongoing process, but if you're interested, you can find out more there. Yes, I'm violently monogamous. Someone else tries to flirt with me, I kill them. Does my mum watch my videos? I forbade my mum from watching my videos. I think she watched like the first couple, because I did tell her I was doing the videos. But then I said, don't watch anymore, because I can't make the videos if I know that you're watching. I think because some of the stuff I talk about can be, I don't know, it's stuff that I wouldn't feel as comfortable talking about if I knew my mum was watching. But yeah, she knows about the channel and all that. Does my family support me? Yes. In what sense? The family members that I'm close to support me in pretty much all aspects of life. My mum, I believe, is the only one who knows about the YouTube channel, because I don't like to go around being like, la di da di da, I'm on YouTube. Because like, I only really want my people to watch the videos if they are interested by them or would gain something from them. So I don't want to be going to all my family members and being like, you're my family member, you must watch videos of me on the internet. So yes. Where was I going with that? I do not know. Have you noticed a change of behavior towards you from the people you work with since you came up to them? No. I'm hoping everyone just forgot about it, to be honest. That was horrible. I don't know why I did that. I was out of my mind. but no one has mentioned it, but past the first day that I said about it. But yeah, I think where I work is a very liberal kind of workplace. So I think they just don't care because they accept whatever, or at least they're nice enough to know that if they don't accept it, they just let it be. None of their business. What did I study at uni? I studied physics, specifically physics with a European language, which is very strange. Everyone tells me, but you can also study physics in French. So I did that sometimes. I'm glad you said that you also forbade your family members from watching your videos, Alex, because I felt so mean doing that. But yeah. Is self-doubt frequent? It is very frequent when you are me and you have all the self-doubt and never stop with the self-doubt and can't make a decision or anything without doubting yourself. I pretty much say I think at the end of a lot of sentences because I don't like being decisive or explicitly saying something, I suppose. And especially for asexuality, I think self-doubt is frequent, if that's what you meant, asexuality or aromanticism, because you're trying to prove something that something doesn't exist. And that's infinitely harder than trying to prove that something does exist, if that makes sense. Because it's hard to recognize something that you don't feel. Alex, are you doing an I've overtaken cookie subscribe? Have I overtaken your subscribe account? Well, now I feel bad. I don't plan to. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I didn't subscribe to my channel. It was them. Blame the people. If it's not too intrusive, are you sex repulsed, sex indifferent, or sex favorable? I tend to prefer sex indifferent because I don't mind one way or the other. But I think by a lot of people's definitions, I would be sex favorable just because I am sexually active with my boyfriend when we are together. I hope that answers your question. I know that not knowing about or understanding asexuality and not understanding my own sexuality or lack thereof led me to make some bad decisions because of these things regret. Were there bad decisions or things that you did that you regretted that looking back now were due to being asexual and not knowing? I don't think I've ever done anything that I have regretted because I didn't know I was asexual. Because I think that I always knew that I was asexual, even if I didn't have the language for it. But I have done stuff that I have regretted while knowing I was asexual, because of my asexuality. In that I've placed myself in situations and forced myself to go through things which I didn't really want to do. But yes, I won't speak about that at length because that's pretty personal. But yes, hope that answers your question. Yes, everyone unsubscribe to me. I wouldn't mind. I don't deserve the subscriptions. I'm just dramatic. Okay, so I haven't overtaken Alex yet, but I am getting close. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Am I going to do a video of my boyfriend in the future? He has agreed to do a video, but he can withdraw his agreement at any point if he wants to. That's his decision. I will leave it up to him, but I'm willing to do a video with him. I suppose it will be marginally about him. He's very tall. I'll give you that hint. I don't know if that's a hint. He'll probably be sitting down anyway, so you might not even notice his height. But he is freakishly tall. And now I've caught up the questions again. I need to answer these slower. Ugh. I'll probably go for another 10, 15 minutes, maybe. He's agreed. Maybe in my language is just violent in general. Who knows? I asked him politely, like a good boyfriend, and he seemed enthusiastic about it. But I just need to be next to him physically because that hasn't happened since March. Yeah, so that's not fun. Do I ever want to have children or have a family? I don't like children. Don't like them. They're short, they smell funny, they're loud. What else are children? Morally questionable. What else? Do you play any video games in general? I don't even know where I got in general from. Do you play any video games at all? My friends got me into Titanfall 2 recently, and it's a lot of fun. Yes, I play a lot of video games. I play all the video games. Well, not all the video games. I have a Switch, and I have my gaming PC, which I'm currently streaming from. And yeah, I play a lot of games, a lot of Nintendo stuff, a lot of strategy games on my PC, RPGs. So yes, Titanfall I've never played myself. I've heard good things about it. It seems like a cool game, mechs and stuff. But yeah, I play a lot of games. Recent Total War Troy came out yesterday, and you could get it for free yesterday. So I picked up that, and I've been playing a bit of Total War Troy. I also just finished Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I played the original, so this is me going through the story again. I kind of wanted to 100% it this time, but I'm just getting into the Future Connected post-game story at the moment, which will be cool because it's new content, and I really love that game. Can't think of questions, so maybe just rank your favorite crisps. Okay. Crisps. I'm not a massive fan of crisps. I have to. I assume this is like crisps. The like crispy potato salted things. Okay, goodbye, Sue. Thanks for coming. What was I saying? Crisps. Yes, I don't really like them because they go soggy in your mouth, and it is. I don't. Yeah, but I will eat them. I kind of like. I don't know if I could rank them. I used to like pom bears when I was younger, which are like these little bears. I don't know where the pom comes from. I like Pringles to some extent. Like I won't go on my way to eat them, but I will eat them if they are there. I tend to find fancy crisps. I'm kind of a food snob, but I tend to find fancy crisps are really nice. I don't know in particular why, but I like the fancy crisps. But I don't really know that many names of crisps because I don't really eat them. I don't want 7 children. If I did have children, I would adopt. But I don't want children, so I won't. What fandoms am I into? I don't know if I've ever like. There's a lot of properties and stuff that I like, but I don't know whether I've actively engaged in a fandom to any extent. The closest I got probably was the Smash Bros. Fandom. I used to go on Smash boards, the forums, and kind of speculate about characters and stuff. But I never got super involved into a fandom. Yeah, there are tons of stuff I like. I just tend to like them alone. Do I actually like the color purple? I love the color purple. I recently got a purple shirt, which was in one of my recent videos. Did you like my new shirt? Anyone who noticed? Yeah, color purple is great. Probably it's my joint favorite color. I like green and purple, just not together because that's the Joker. Jake Quasar, do I play Minecraft? The reason I'm saying it like that is because there's someone listening who will love that question. Do I know? No is the answer to that. I'm sorry. I don't. I've played Minecraft before. I think it's the kind of thing that I'd need to play with someone else. But I don't really have anyone to play with, and I don't know. It's not on higher on my priority list of games at the moment, I suppose. Maybe I'll play it at some point. Which part of England do I hail from? I actually answered this earlier in the live stream, but I hail. I come from the East Midlands. That's about as specific as I'm going to get, which is in the east mid part of England. And yes, I did the Animal Crossing on video on my channel. That was a while ago. I'm still playing Animal Crossing, although at the moment I'm kind of just logging in every day, doing my chores. But I will get back into it at some point. I do love some Animal Crossing. David Vogt. Will you still be releasing 2 videos you try to make some point in the future? Yes, I fully intend to do that. One of them was with a guest. They know who they are. They can reveal themselves if they wish. I don't mind about spoilers, but I'm not going to do it. Yes, so that one's definitely. I've still got the footage for it. I just need to work out some way to get it exported. I might have to go through and edit all again, which will be horrible. But that will definitely be released. The other video which I failed to release was because the footage itself was messed up. The audio kind of just died halfway through. Which was unfortunate, but I am going to re-record that video because it's important to me to talk about that. Jake Quasar, isn't pomme the French for potato? No. Pomme, spelled Pomme, is French for apple. Pomme de terre is French for potato, which literally means apple off the ground. Have I ever eaten an after eight? No, because I don't like after eights. I don't like mint. So anything with mint in I will not eat unless it's toothpaste. But I don't really eat that. I just put it on my teeth and then spit it out, like most people who brush their teeth. There we go. That's the end of a sentence. Is this going to be your first ACE conference in September? No, it's going to be my second. Last year I went to last year I went to the ACE conference in Edinburgh, which was really fun, and you should look forward to it. Even though it's going to be online, I think it's still going to be cool, and it means it's accessible to more people, I think, because it's online. Thank you, Alex. I try to speak articulately as much as I can, although I do mumble on occasion. By on occasion, I mean all the time. Sky's Might, have you finished the game Dragon Age Inquisition? If so, how long did you play it? Yes, I finished that game 1.5 times because I played it and then stopped playing it halfway through because I was actually playing on my brother's PC, and then I left for uni and I didn't play it for ages. So when I went back to it, I ended up just starting a whole new game. So yes, I've played it 1.5 times. What was the rest of the question? How long did I play it? I don't actually remember. It's a fun game though. I do like that game. I didn't really do many of the side quest stuff. I kind of just beelined the story and like the companion stories because that's more what I was interested in. Cold Hazard, didn't you already reveal your town in that Zine interview? What's a Zine interview? I don't think so. I don't know what a Zine interview is. Does someone interview me without me knowing? Katie, you're heading to university for your first year tomorrow. Any advice or fun stories? My uni experience could have been better, and part of that was because I didn't socialize with anyone. I don't know if I'm pretty sure not every country has it, but in the UK, the first week of uni, when you first arrive at uni, there's a week called Freshers, which has a load of different events on, and all the societies, like the clubs, advertise, and then you can have like meet and greet things. I don't know what it is for them. And then there's loads of people drinking everywhere, drinking alcohol, going to pubs and clubs and all those ending words. But my problem was I didn't go to Freshers because I was antisocial, and then I had no friends. And I just... Oh, that's true. It is probably cancelled this year. I just completely forgot there was a pandemic for a brief period of time, which is refreshing. But yeah, my point was with the whole Freshers thing, Freshers or no Freshers, you need to kind of socialize with people, make friends, because that helps a lot. You don't just focus 100% on studying, because that's what I did and it wasn't fun, and I had no friends. But yes, I actually have two tubes of toothpaste, Alex. One that tastes like mint and one that doesn't taste like mint. But the mint one actually tastes nicer. The non-mint one is horrible. Where did I get my ace ring from? I've actually had 2 ace rings. The one I'm wearing currently, you probably won't be able to see on the thing. It's like a Lord of the Rings one ring, but black. And that's something my friend got me for like a Secret Santa we did in our friend group. And that was, I believe, from Amazon. And the other one I got, same thing from Amazon. But that one doesn't fit my finger anymore for some reason. I don't know how my finger is bigger. Magazine, newspaper. Was that the Times interview? I remember reading the Times interview and they said, because that's the only newspaper I've been in. The only thing she said was that I was from Edinburgh. Although originally she got me and Elliot Simpson confused and said I was in Glasgow and he was in Edinburgh, when it's the other way around. Yeah, I live in Edinburgh, but I'm not from Edinburgh. If you can't tell, I'm definitely not Scottish. Yeah, I really wish I'd joined clubs and societies. I tried once, and then I had a panic attack because I can't interact with people. Or at least I couldn't. I'm better now. There's now 36 people. Why are people watching this? Am I that interesting? I don't think I'm that interesting. What made me want to study physics? Okay, so in the UK, at A level, which is like the end of secondary school, you get to like specialize in a few different subjects, normally like 3 or 4. And I was doing what was I doing? Maths, physics, and French. And the course that I ended up doing at university was physics of a European language, which incorporates maths, physics, and French. So basically, the reason I was studying physics with French at university is because I'm bloody indecisive, which is a terrible reason. But yeah, I work as an engineer now, and I still use my physics degree. So I'm very glad I got it. I enjoyed the subject. Physics is very interesting, in my opinion. Thank you, Paper and Grass. What uni did I go to? I went to Nottingham Uni. Like Nottingham Forest, Robin Hood, that Nottingham. Because it wasn't too far away from home, and they had the course I wanted to do. Am I fluent in French? I used to be fluent in French. Whether I am fluent in French now, I am not sure. Where? Je sais parler français un peu. But that's all I'm going to do. Okay, I'm not going to. It's been ages. Stop pressuring me to speak in French. I'm not going to do it. Yes, I need a French person to speak to, so I can see whether I can talk anymore. I thought about doing a video in French, but then I got embarrassed. Yes, I think taking a language is very good, especially when the subject you're doing is more mathematical, because then you get like the language aspect of it and like the mathsy aspect of it. So it's fun to have that balance. At least I understand French fluently, let's say. Whether I can string together nice sentences at the moment is questionable. Do I have a nice accent in French or in English? Because I only spoke French for like half a second. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Trevor. I do think that male asexuals are maybe less represented, just because there are fewer of us. So I like that I can fill that niche. Which A levels did I take? Because no, I can't switch the pronouns. Not pronouns. I don't know. Yeah, no. I don't know. Which A levels did I took? Yeah, physics, French, and maths, and I also took music, but we don't talk about that. Yeah, physics, chemistry, double maths. It sounds so much better than taking taking music, don't take music. Unless you really like music and you have good teachers, then take music. But yeah, I wish I'd done further maths instead of music. That's what I was going to say. So I don't like children, but I do like pets. I like cats and guinea pigs and rabbits and chinchillas and hamsters and other types of pets. Yes, pets are nice. Yes, go check out Amir's channel because Amir makes videos too, and he identifies as asexual. I've had him on the channel a couple of times before. Everyone hates maths. Well, not everyone hates maths, but there is a significant proportion of the population who is physically damaged by any mention of mathematics. Well, I know you don't like maths, David. Cold Hazard, do I watch TV? Since a British TV. I do watch TV, but most of the television I watch is American. Yes, I tend to watch American things. I think the only British TV show that I actually watch is Doctor Who, and that's just more of a passing thing. I just watch it because it's there. And it's enjoyable. Like, I don't get super invested into it. Is 7 months enough to get to a conversation level in a language? Yes, I would say it definitely is. If you really put the effort in, it depends how much free time you have and how much effort you're willing to put into it. And like, for example, if you were 7 months living in that country, constantly exposed to that language, then yes, you could definitely get to a conversational level. But if you're like doing a Duolingo lesson every like a few times a week, then maybe not. So yeah, it really depends on how much effort you put into it. But if that's something you want to do, then you can definitely do it. And it depends what you mean conversational level as well. Like, you can definitely get to the point where you can like order food, and that's technically a conversation. But I don't think it's probably not what you meant. Am I a dog person or a cat person? I'm a cat person because cats are better. I know, we no arguing because this is my channel. Ha ha. Do I have? No. Okay, I was going to answer that question, but then it disappeared. If you still want me to answer that question, then put it back or say, yes, I would like you to answer that question. You like maths, but maths doesn't like you back. Which YouTubers do I like? I have two like sides to my like Google YouTube account. One is my personal one and one's the channel one. And on the personal one, I mainly watch videos, either music videos or videos to do about game development. So like game development ones are like Game Maker's Toolkit. Now I've forgotten them all. Boyfriend, if you're still listening, put them in. Actually, don't, because then you'll reveal your identity. Text me them. Text me the game dev channels. And on my Oh, you are still listening. I just saw what you did. The slice of base one. I tend to watch gay videos. That's what I was saying. Gay videos, ace videos. So I'll watch Husband and Husband is one. Taylor and Jeff is another gay couple. Because I'm really far away from my boyfriend, I like watching gay couples because I'm like, but I want to be like that. And then also there's a couple of YouTubers I watch. Jessica Kelgren Fozard is a lesbian YouTuber. She's my token lesbian YouTuber. And then Jammy Dodger I watch for like keeping up with trans issues and trans stuff. In terms of like ace YouTubers, Samantha Amy is a friend, as is Alex Cook E, as he is called on the YouTube. I do have a purple spoon. Other ace YouTubers, there aren't many. But yeah, that's an overview of things. Okay, boyfriend has got back to me. Architect of Gaming, Psych of Play, Design Doc. There we go. Those are the other game dev ones I was thinking of. And I've gotten way behind on the questions. I was going to go back to the Netflix one, wasn't I? Do I have Netflix? I do have Netflix. And any favorite films or series? Yes, I do have Netflix. I'm currently watching Umbrella Academy. It's been pretty good so far. What else? I don't know. I can't think of any shows I've watched on Netflix. There was a time travel one I watched for a bit. That was fun. I was trying to think because there's so many streaming programs. I'm like, Picard? No, wait, Picard wasn't on Netflix. That was on Amazon Prime. And I'll maybe come back to that if I think of any other ones. Which usually I answered that one. Then do. Oh no, Alex is allergic to all pets with fur. That's sad. Can you get like a furless cat? They're great too, like a sphinx. Are there any characters you like to headcanon as asexual, aside from the ones that are all expressly-ish? So there we go. Such as Sherlock and Doctor Who. I was actually thinking of doing a video about that. There's a couple of like video game characters who I thought, they're kind of ace, whether intentional or no. One was Cyrus from Octopath Traveler, which was an RPG on the Nintendo Switch. I'll leave it to that because I don't want to bore you with JRPG stuff. And also Caspar in Fire Emblem Three Houses just gave me ace vibes, but it could also be because he was like my favorite character, so I just willed him into being ace. Other than cats for pets, birds or rodents? That sounds like a riddle. Would I prefer to have a bird or a rodent? I'm more comfortable with a rodent just because I've had like hamsters and guinea pigs before. I wouldn't know instinctively how to care for a bird. But yes, lots of talk about Umbrella Academy. Goodbye, Alex. I don't know if you've already gone. It took me a while. I'm going to head off in a minute too. Have a nice existence. Have I played The Outer Wilds? No. Damn it, I even read it wrong. Let's try it again. Have I played The Outer Worlds? Now, The Outer Worlds. Help me here. The Outer Worlds is the big RPG one, right? Not the Outer Wilds, which is the one with the resetting universe. Have I played The Outer Worlds? I have not played The Outer Worlds. I have played The Outer Wilds, just in case you're wondering. I want to play The Outer Worlds at some point because it has an asexual character in it. I feel like the hashtag help Daniel would just not go anywhere because there are so many people in the world called Daniel that would just be like, which Daniel are we helping? All of them simultaneously? Just me? I feel like there are other Daniels who deserve that help more than I do. Have I ever met Yasmin Benoit? Yes. I'm going to tentatively say yes. Oh my god. Someone drew a dragon axolotl when we were talking about it. I'll retweet it on my Twitter, and if people go to my Twitter, you can see a picture of a dragon axolotl. But what was I answering? Yasmin Benoit. Yes. So she was at the Edinburgh conference last year. So I was in the same space as her. I don't know whether I had a proper conversation with her at any point. No. And also I was in the 6 Feet of Space live stream with her. I think I spoke to her briefly on there, but it was kind of a group thing. So, yes. Yes and no. I have been in her presence. I have spoken to her briefly, but not to any extent. Why am I holding a spoon? Why wouldn't I be holding a spoon? It's because I just ate my tea and the spoon was on hand and I need something to fiddle with. I really liked your ace meme video on r/ace. Yeah. How do you say that? Because the E isn't pronounced. Like, it's just part of the, it just makes it ace as opposed to ac. So how would you ace? I would say ace, but anyway. Yes. I might do another one at some point. I might end up asking for like people to send me memes. I noticed that that was a very popular video. But I think anything with memes in will just be infinitely more popular. Yaz Niglagov. Not sure if this is asked. Have you seen Vivsi Pop's Has Been Hotel? I have not seen it, and I know literally nothing about it. Oh, I forgot to say bye to Amir. I read that ages ago. Goodbye, Amir. He's probably gone by now, but I can tell him later that I said goodbye and I'm not a horrible friend. If I don't know anything about Vivsi Pop's Has Been Hotel. Trevor, why do all the plethora of sexuality and gender identities seem to be rising there? Tumblr identities, as some in America call it. I don't know. There seems to be a large proportion of the asexual activism and seems to happen in the UK, and I don't know why. That's my answer to that question. I had more in-depth thoughts about it at some point. I think that was either in the interview I did with That might have been in the Sounds Fake, but okay episode I was in. I think I talked about that. If it wasn't that, then it was the A-OK one. I got them a little bit mixed up. But yeah. So I'm going to leave in 5 minutes. That's my plan. Because it's very enjoyable talking, but I have other things to do, like wash the dishes and sleep and read things, read a book. So you've got 5 minutes to ask quick questions and or say goodbye, and then I'm going to head off. That's your 5 minute warning. Or it's like, what book am I reading? I'm reading currently the second book in the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson, I believe his name is. It is called, I don't remember what it's called, honestly, because I've got it on my Kindle, so I never see the cover. So I've only read the cover once. But it's the second book in the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. But yeah, it's like a big fantasy epic, which is cool, and I enjoy it. Sounds really random, but is there any way I can help caption your videos? Yes. Yeah, in theory, but I believe, unfortunately, YouTube is going to goodbye, Big Bread. Thanks for coming. So there's like a community captioning feature, but I believe YouTube is going to get rid of it shortly. So unfortunately not. I'll have a look into it. And then, yeah, if you drop me I don't know if you have Twitter or drop me a message on my email, and then I'll get back to you that way about it. Or just leave a comment on a video. But yeah, I don't want to look up at the moment because we're about to leave anyway. But that'd be good because sometimes I don't always have time to caption the videos. So I try my best. Do I enjoy fiction or non-fiction books more? I prefer fiction. I like fantasy and sci-fi. Hello, Alka. I don't know how to pronounce that, but hello. We're just about wrapping up at the moment. But you'll be able to watch the stream back on the channel if that's something you're interested in. Or if you have a quick question, you can ask it now before I go in 2 to 3 minutes. But yeah, I definitely prefer fiction to non-fiction because I live in a non-fiction book, so I might as well read something that's a bit different. Any more questions before I go? I'm glad you're able to arrive too, Trevor. It's nice having people on to talk to because I don't talk to many people. I would love to see a video on oriented array aces. Yeah, I'm happy to do a video on oriented array aces. I will put that on my to-do list after this because I don't think that's something I've talked to. Lots of questions has appeared at once. How do I like my cuppa? I abhor coffee. It is horrible and I hate it. So that's how I like my coffee, far away from me. It smells horrible. It tastes horrible. I cannot stand it in the slightest. My taste buds are too sensitive for that horrible thing. Do I have a book to recommend? I was just talking about it a minute ago, but I like the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. Also, Lord of the Rings is always a good go-to. Love some Lord of the Rings. what else? There's some ace books. Upside Down I read, which is like a homoromantic ace. Romance. There we go. Story. And apparently, Loveless by Alice Oseman was released recently, and that's supposed to be a really good, like, ace story. But I haven't read it yet. I'm going to read it after this current book, and then I'm going to do a video on it, and then I can recommend it if it's something I want to recommend. For Ace Con, do we have to stay for the entire 6 hours? I'm kind of busy that day, so come here. Yeah, so you can just pop in and out as you wish. You won't be forced to stay for 6 hours. It's not something you'll be able to force someone to do anyway. But yeah, just come for whatever you're interested in. There will be a schedule released at a later date for those interested. YouTube, hey dude, you're doing great. Thanks. I am doing good currently at this moment in time. But yes, that being said, since no one has any more questions, I am going to finish up here. So you all have a nice day, evening. It's evening here. It may not be evening everywhere. It may be later, maybe early. You have a nice rest of thine day. Yes, or I could do my outro if you want. I don't want to do my outro. 3 a.m. Why are you watching me at 3 a.m.? No wonder you like coffee. Do outro. I'll do my outro after asking this one question because I'm really bad. Stop. If you keep on sending questions, I will stay here until I die of starvation. How do we make sure the words have meaning without gatekeeping? Okay, that's something I think I need to talk about in length. So I might do a video about that or address it in a video. Do the outro. Okay. If you enjoyed this live stream, then I can't do it if I say live stream, apparently. My brain just failed. Oh god, I've completely forgotten it now, but otherwise, I normally say otherwise after that. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like. I post videos every Saturday, so if you want to see more, then feel free to subscribe. That's all I have to say today. Have a wonderful day, and I shall see you next time. There we go. Goodbye. End stream.